I actually like the 3D printed fan blade replacement setup for this better than the original fan blades that were in there. They're a hell of a lot quieter. Even though the bed says Geeetech, this is an ender. It used to be direct drive, but for some reason I'd have to run the machine kinda slow or the prints would suffer because of all the extra weight. So I decided to put this one back to a Bowden tube, and instead of run the extruder back there where it normally was, I took one of my Titan clones off of my A10M and stuck it up there. Did some E-step calibrations and shit. And yeah, man, I've been able to go from 50 to 70 so far with no issues, and still get like glass layers. Like if you can see the light shining off the very, very bottom layer of the internal cavity there, that shit is smooth. And this is just a bunch of supports getting in, printed beside it. This is a thing that holds a USB, screws to my desk, and will hold a USB cable. Thanks to the creator on Thingiverse. Yeah, but it seems by lightening the Z-axis and the print head here that I can push the machine faster and not have to worry about it. It doesn't skip steps, it doesn't make little layers that look like they're jumping out a millimeter more or a tiny bit more off the side. I'm going to push the speed a little faster and see what happens. Give me a sec here. Dial it up another 10%. Right now I think I'm at 70. Actually it's 70 plus 120 on the board here. See? Speed 120. So we'll go to, let's see, 130? You can instantly hear the difference. Turn the flow up just a tiny bit. The faster you go, the thinner the lines are going to be, especially if you don't increase your flow rate. Because I didn't slow my flow rate down, I slowed my printer right down and my lines got fat. The dimensional accuracy was way off. I don't know if that just happened to be with my printer, so I don't know, but it would make sense, right? If your flow rate's constantly at 100 and you tell it to slow the printer down, but not the flow rate, and you'd figure the lines would be pushing into the bed longer. I don't know, just something I noticed. Maybe it was just that particular print. My objective here is to get the fastest quality, or the best quality prints that I can get from this machine, but have them spit off as fast as I can. So as many parts as I can produce at the highest quality that I can produce them. If I have to slow the machine down and get a little bit better quality, then so be it. If I can leave the machine where it's at now, and I still get the same quality, well then it's going to stay where it's at and it's going to print how many times faster. So this is a pretty much stock ender, other than the reinforcement thing and the extruder. And I relocated the extruder up there and keep the weight off the Z-axis. Other than that, she's stock. I'm running a glass bed with a Geeetech sticky plate on top. So it's a piece of glass I cut, and then stuck one of the Geeetech sticky plates from my A10M on there, which has also been converted to a single color because, I don't know, I couldn't figure out the stock software that came with it. So I'm going to maybe try to proof a slicer or figure out the newer Kira. Seems to be a little bit more intuitive that way, where I can set up what layers and what G-codes I want when, and what color changes I want where. Whether she got a phone stand instead of just sitting here hold on to my phone. This is going to be an uncomfortable video. Oh, I forgot, the only other modification to this is I have 4 TL smoothers, just a normal TL smoother 1.0, not the TL smoother plus, and I got external Mosfet. I haven't mounted it to the side of my frame yet because I just been a lazy dick, but yeah. She's stock other than TL smoothers and external Mosfet. Still stock board, stock hot end. I may go linear rail, I may not. If I can get the quality to stay good without it, then I won't bother to spend the huge money. Oh, and it's running TH3D software. Firmware, I should say. Whoops. So I don't know if you'd consider that highly modified. Probably not. Has a modified print duct, strain relief. Yeah, TL smoothers, external Mosfet. Oh, and an extruder. Oh, I try to sit down. Shooting this on my cell phone. 15% more to go, jeez. Yeah, let's play around with this a bit more. Let's go to 140. Push it. Push it real good. Wow, you can hear those retracts fast. Shit. That's that. Let's see. Still smooth. Just looks odd. Maybe the speed's a bit much, but it will. Maybe shit. It's screwed to my desk. I really don't care. To be honest, I've owned this printer, my other printer, for a couple years now, and I can still sit here and watch this. I don't know why it amazes me so much. I think it's the fact that you're watching something like that, just random weed whacker looking shit, get pushed through a tube into this funny looking thing that you can't see what's going on into, and then all of a sudden it comes out as whatever you told it to come out as. Like, so many people that don't know what 3D printing is, when I show them stuff, they're like, oh, you have access to a CNC and you CNC plastic and you'll build it all out? And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. And they're like, what? And where I say 3D printer, and they mean like 3D pictures? Like, you know, where you look at it and it's 3D, and I'm like, nope, that's not it either. I'm like, it's like a hot glue gun and a CNC machine mixed together. But instead of you taking a block of aluminum or a block of plastic and machining away what you don't want, you just sit here and take that stuff up there, melt it like a hot glue gun with that little brass nozzle down there at 200 Celsius, and this thing does the CNC style control and draws what you tell it to draw. It sticks to this glass bed and away you go. Additive manufacturing, not subtractive. Stepper motor on the extruder is ice cold. Even with those long, fast retractions. Oh, that's why it keeps looking weird like that. It's because it's stepping it up. I didn't realize that. Ah, I'm messing with my printer thinking that it was giving me bad layers, but it's not. Here, I'll go to the side so you guys can see. I didn't realize that. I was seeing that from the back side. See how it steps down like that? I was seeing those things that look like shingles from the back side here, like this, on this angle, thinking it was rough layers. So I've been thinking around with flow a little bit and messing around with the way, what do you call it? The temperature and stuff. Go figure. Sorry for shaking it. I'm just trying to balance it by holding onto my hand. Back to the way it was. I know that's doing little step-ups like shingles. That's why sometimes it's nice to preview the print ahead of time in your slicer. Then you don't get little things like, oh, the print's turning out shitty, I gotta stop it halfway, and realize, oh, it's supposed to be like that. I did that like on a couple prints that I thought were going shitty halfway through, and I stopped the print only to find out that when I check it out in Cura, that's the way it's supposed to be. And you wouldn't notice it if you didn't go through the preview section, or you would notice it if you went through the preview thing, but if you just slice it and go, and then look at your print every now and then, and all of a sudden you see something that looks a little sketchy and you stop the print, hey man, make sure that you're stopping the print for real and not for no reason. I don't normally print with such a hotbed. I now only run my PLA around like 40, sometimes less, but I'm in a part of the house that's a little bit chilly, so worst thing you can have happen is have a print snap off the bed halfway through, or like at the last 2% and it fucks up on you and you can't use it. Alright, in a second here. supposed to be bumpy like that, because it's gold. I gotta like it. Yeah, almost just a little perfect first layer. That is the bottom part. The first layers are all nice. You can see it's printing clean there on the flat spot here. Heck yeah. Much better this way. Much better. Here, hold on a second. Let me look in my garbage can here and I'll show you a print if I can find one. Mashed up prints here. Give me one sec. I'll put you on the floor. Sorry, guys. Where's one? Okay. This the only one? Okay. This is what I was getting before. Eek. And it was hard to get that to stop. No matter what retraction I was doing, no matter what, and that was direct drive. All I did was take the direct drive off, go back to a boating tube, add this, and put my geared extruder up there, calibrated my E-steps, and now I'm getting that. I'll take this, nice smooth, right there, over this, any day. And this was printed slower. I could, well, not slower, but at like 50, I think. And still, like, I don't know. You tell me. I know what I'd rather have. Alright, enjoy. Thanks.